What is up, Sopranos fans? I'm back with another Sopranos vlog here, and today we're going to be looking at the third episode, Denial, Anger, Acceptance. Now, there's 4 beats that are going on in this episode. The first one revolves around a conflict that Tony gets involved in between these Hasidic Jews. This guy, Shlomo, he owns some motels, and his son-in-law won't grant his daughter a divorce unless Shlomo gives him a piece of the hotels. Tony agrees to basically force the son-in-law to give up his claim in exchange for a piece of the hotels. They take him, they beat him, but no matter what they do to him, he will not give in. This guy is tough. Eventually, Tony has to go down there himself, and there's a great scene between the two of them where the son-in-law, is talking about these Jews who held out against the Roman army, and he says, where are the Romans now? And Tony has this great line where he says, "You're looking at him, asshole," which is true. I mean, the Italians are descendants of the Romans. So yeah, just a great line. Eventually, they do get him to give in by threatening to basically cut off his willy. And the Shlomo tries to back out of the deal, but Tony basically threatens to beat him up too. Shlomo calls him a golem. He calls him an inhuman monster. Which kind of messes with Tony a little bit because he's dealing with some stuff related to the next beat, which is the fact that Jackie Aprile is dying of cancer. Jackie is Tony's childhood friend, and he's the acting boss of the family. And at the beginning of the episode, it looks like he might be doing all right. Tony even gets him a stripper, basically disguised as a nurse, to help take his mind off the cancer. But at the end of the episode, we see that Jackie is really dying. He looks really sick. And yeah, he's not going to make it. Which really messes with Tony. Tony starts questioning everything. If a man like Jackie, who he looks up to, can just wither away like this, it makes him, question what's the purpose of life. And he goes through, obviously, the stages of death, which are listed in the title. Denial, anger, and then finally acceptance. Now, the third beat revolves around Artie and his wife, Charmaine. They have lost their restaurant. Tony burnt it down. He did it to save Artie because Junior was going to do the hit in the restaurant. But still, it's put Artie out of work. And the insurance money is tied up because they think it might be arson. So Carmela offers to have them cater her charity event. And though she acts like she's Charmaine's friend, she does this hand gesture, which treats Charmaine like a servant. Yeah, it kind of shows Carmela's attitude. She thinks she's better than people because of all the money that Tony brings in. But Charmaine has this great scene where she kind of puts Carmela in her place. She tells Carmela that when they were younger, she and Tony slept together. And hints that basically, if she wanted that life, she could have absolutely married Tony. But she chose not to. She wanted to earn an honest living. And in that way, it makes her better than Carmela, no matter what their money situation is. It's just a great scene to see Carmela just so shocked by that. Really great. And the last beat revolves around Brendan and Christopher. Meadow and her friend Hunter, who, by the way, is played by David Chase's daughter, if you didn't know that. The two of them go to Christopher because they're trying to get crystal meth because they wanted to study for their SATs. Christopher initially refuses, but he eventually agrees because he doesn't want them to go to real drug dealers. Eventually, Christopher is kidnapped, and they take him, and they're about to execute him. He thinks it's because he gave the drugs to Meadow, but in actuality, it's Junior. Junior wants to send a message that you can't mess with him. He's tired of Tony getting all the credit for solving the problem that he created. And yeah, he decides to send a message by, one, doing a mock execution on Christopher. And then at the end of the episode, he actually does kill Brendan. There's a great scene between him and Livia that kind of shows that Livia is the real power behind him. She is a very formidable presence, and she's kind of the one secretly giving the orders. But yeah, they decide to kill Brendan. They can't kill Christopher because he's too important to the family, but they kill Brendan to send a message, and yeah, that's going to be the start of some conflict between Junior and Tony moving forward. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. Kind of more of a setup episode to things that are going to come, but it is great that we got to see Jackie we really didn't get to see him that much throughout the series. He's only in these couple of episodes before he passes away. And it was really interesting to see him, or it would have been interesting to see him at the height of his power, because he seems like a really respected guy, a really good leader, and things start to go downhill after he dies. So it's sad we didn't get to see him too much, but at least we got a little bit of a hint as to who he was in this episode. So yeah, that is Denial, Anger, Acceptance. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and stay tuned for the next review coming soon.